How's everybody?
All right.
Do I look like myself?
Yeah.
Of course you
That's
do.
what I like to hear. I think we got something, a cue coming from the back. No? Oh, okay. Well, my name is Baba Charles Miller, and greetings to all of you from Walnut Hills, and where I have my studio. And thanks to Ricardo here. He's invited me by your church to help celebrate your Black History Month, so it's my pleasure.
Amen. All right.
And you all know me, I'm Ricardo. Ricardo Caciano today.
All right.
And we want to take you back a little bit, okay? We want to teach you about the drums, the history of the drums, what they sound like, the different types of drums, okay?
All right.
Djembe. Okay, a djembe drum, the meaning of djembe, it means gathering. Back in Africa, it was gathering of spirits, okay? Right now, we are a gathering of spirits, right? We're all wrapped in flesh. We're all spirits. So that's what it was all about, bringing people together. Okay, the
Djembe. Can y'all say djembe?
Djembe.
It's with a D, it's French, you know. The area where these drums were introduced to us were what's the word I'm looking for? Colonized by the French. So a lot of the language there is spoken in French, and D-J-U-M-B-I, djembe, is this pronounced. A lot of people say djembe or something. No, it's djembe, and because it's French. So I know we don't have a lot of time. Djembe is also accompanied by a drum called junjun. Drums come in families. Did you all know that? Yeah, see, we come in families. Drums are just like us. The djembe family is a Congo family. This is an Ashiko family. Can you say Ashiko? Ashiko. The Ashiko drum is more of a Nigerian style drum. Originally it had peg systems. We've developed a relationship with Africa now over the decades, and we've combined African technology with African-American technology. And we've come up with these different systems of roping and tuning the drums. This works better for us here. So Ashiko, as I said, come in families. There's a Iya. Can you say Iya?
Iya.
Means mama. Iya means mother. And in Nigerian culture, the Iya is the bass drum. And we're drawn to that bass sound for some reason. If you hear the cars going boom, boom, that's because mama's speaking and we're listening. Okay? So don't always put it down just because you might not appreciate the words, but the concept is very real to us as Africans. Okay? There's also a segundo or a middle drum and a smaller drum. So you have a mother, a father, and a child, and that's representation in most drums of most family drums. Okay. We're moving into the congas.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, next we want to talk about the different types of drums, okay? We've already talked about some types of drums. And some of you know what I'm going to say, okay? Okay, every drum you see on stage is not called bongos, okay? Those are bongos, okay? These are congas, or congas. And there's three different types of drums of this nature. It's called a quinto. Quinto means solo. So the person who plays it, when you have three people playing, that person is soloing, you know. And this is called a tumba. It's the lowest drum. Okay, I don't have the third drum, but the third drum is called a conga or a conga. So when you have three people playing together, they form a rhythm, and it's called one-one-ko. And we're going to demonstrate that right now.
I will be playing the bongos.
More of a Cuban type rhythm, and it goes something like this. We want to let you know also too, before we had the cell phones, we had the drums, okay? That's how we communicated.
So back in the day, the cell phone looked just like this. It was a piece of wood. Okay, we've come a long ways, baby. But this is still effective today. This drum I brought here today is called ekwe. Can you say it? Ekwe. Ekwe. Has basically three sounds and some variations, but these drums were used for signal drums. They did speak a language, but it's not the language that you and I would actually speak today. You do know that drums talk, correct?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, because the people that were trying to get to us, we knew they were coming long before they got there, okay? And it was mostly due to instruments like this called the ekwe or a log drum, to make it general. And they do have a language. So miles away, another village would respond. And there would be a language back and forth, okay? Just want you to know this, just not by chance these things are happening. We're thinking all the time.
Okay, this what that I'm sitting on, you look at it and you say, well, it's a box. Well, it is a box, okay? And it started off as a box, as a crate, In the 1800s, when the slaves, it's a Peruvian instrument, it's called a cajon, and cajon means box. Okay, in the 1800s, when the slaves were brought to Peru, they didn't allow them to play their drums. So they worked in the shipyards, and they had crates on the shipyards they shipped things on. So the slaves decided to use the box, since they didn't have their drums, to create their own drumming. Okay, so as time went on, they modernized it. I said that wrong anyway. You know what I mean? They made it more modern. And it looks something like this now. It has a bass tone and has a kind of a snare tone on top. So we're going to demonstrate that real quick, and we get to do one more segment with the Shake It A, and that'll be it. So here we go. That's another form of a cajon right there too. They come in different shapes now these days, so it's not just a crate or a box. Okay, most of you, some of you have seen me play this. It's called a Shake It A. Can you say Shake It A?
Shake it A.
Don't say shake a leg. Shake It A.
That's a dance. That's a whole other thing.
Shake a leg.
Thank you, lady.
Anyway, this Shake It A is made from a gourd, a non-edible squash, and it's kind of like a watermelon that grows out in the fields. It dries in the field. They harvest it. When I get it, I actually make them, and when I get them, I have to cut the top off. There's seeds inside. We clean the seeds out, and then we beat it with beads. Now, some people, they have a tendency to ask me, well, what's inside that makes that sound? They don't understand that it's actually the beads that are making the sound. There's nothing inside. You gotta clean that out. Okay? So there's different ways of playing the Shake It A. If you never played one before, you might want to play it just in a simple way like that, or like that. And the thing about it is, when you play it traditionally, it's like having a bucket of water. You know how you throw the water out? You bring it back, well, that's how the beats go. So now you're doing this, the rhythm. There you go. Thank you very much. I hope you learned something today. Mother Charles for coming and assisting, helping us today. That's it. Thank you.